Namaste, my beautiful angels. Welcome to your special reading and messages for May 11th to May 17th. Thank you so very much for joining me here this week. First and foremost, I want to thank all of my beautiful followers, all of the people that follow, that share, that subscribe to my YouTube channel. I very much appreciate it. I always try to have timestamps in my different readings that I do. Today will be a 3-card suit reading that I'm doing. So whichever suit you guys pick, 1, 2, or 3, you can just drop down and pick that suit and then watch your card reading. And you're always welcome to pick more than one suit. Go with what is guiding you divinely. All right. So my darlings, this week, the week's energy is inviting us to slow down, to ground ourselves, and to reconnect with everything that truly matters to us. With powerful Taurus energy guiding the collective, this is a time to focus on stability. This is a time to focus on self-worth, on abundance, and on creating a life that feels peaceful and aligned. All right. And before I go any further, I want to thank our beautiful, darling Taurus collective. I wish you guys a wonderful birthday month for those that have already had their birthdays and those that are coming up. I have a few very important best friends in my life that are Taurus, and just want to wish you all a most magnificent birthday month and year ahead. So, we have this new moon in the sign of Taurus on May 16th. And this new moon, my darlings, is going to bring each of us a powerful opportunity to set intentions around love, around finances, around comfort, and long-term security, no matter what we may be going through in our lives. And at the same time, we are going to be feeling these unexpected shifts and breakthroughs, which may push us onto a completely different trajectory, a different path altogether. It could be something that shakes us up, good and bad, but it is reminding us to stay flexible no matter what, and to trust in the divine and to trust in God's timing. Okay, because everything is working in accordance with the divine's timing, not ours. And as Mercury then moves into Gemini at the end of the week, communication will begin to quicken, clarity will begin to arise, and new conversations will begin to open doors for us. Okay, so no matter what you guys may be going through, just know that the divine is with you. Stay flexible because you may not be seeing the full picture of what's in front of you. So do not be led by fear. All right, my darlings. So I'm just going to flip my screen. I've picked a few decks, and let me just do that right now. There we go. So I've picked a few decks, and we'll see what is coming up. I'm going to be doing 3 different suits. All right, my darling. So let's start for those of you that picked the suit of one. Again, this reading is for May 11th to May 17th. Happy birthday, my darling Taurus Collective. And if you enjoy my readings, I really appreciate the subscribes, the likes, the shares. It helps me to keep me going, especially the comments, because it helps me to know even where you're from, that you're watching, that you may be enjoying. So, keep connected with me. It means a lot. All right. Wonderful. Yeah, okay. So for those of you, my darlings, that picked the suit of one, the very first card that you got is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, as you can see, it's orange. Now your sacral chakra is right beneath your belly button. That is the navel sacral energy center. It's a very powerful energy center, and it represents physical desires, appetites, addictions, in the lower case scenario. And in the higher case scenario, it is our authenticity, our creativity, it is our joy, our fun, laughter, and happiness. Okay, there's two extremes to this navel sacral. Now, what I'm feeling for those of you that picked the suit of one is there may be certain things that you are blocked. Your navel sacral is blocked because there are certain things that you need to let go of. So I want you to think about physical desires, appetites, and addictions. Think of those three things. Is there something that you are, reliant on, that you need? Could it be smoking? Could it be whatever it is? But that thing, it could be some sort of an addictive habit that you may have. It could be anything. It could be as simple as coffee, excessively. But there is something that is blocking the navel sacral. Now, if your navel sacral energy center is blocked, you could be having problems within that area, within that region. So, your lower abdomen area, your colon, in that area, your belly button down. Okay. And what is happening is because of this blockage, and this blockage could have very much also happened at a young age. So as a social worker by profession, I am, people that have gone through sexual abuse and things like that from a younger age, and I'm being very candid here, that can also cause a blockage in the navel sacral energy center if you haven't dealt with it, right? Or abuse of any kind, which then leads to certain other patterns. So there is a need, my darlings, to really work on cleansing your navel sacral. There's several ways that you can do this. One is meditation. One is through meditation and calling upon the archangels to cleanse and clear your energy centers, to see an energy healer, to do grounding, to take hot salt baths, maybe put some lavender in there and sit in that and concentrate on the navel sacral. If there's something that is troubling you from the past, ask that it come up to your awareness so that you can release it. Because sometimes this could be embedded in us from a very young age, and we don't know why we have certain habits or things that we do, but it's almost like we're blocking. Now, I'm also getting from this card that there is a need for more fun, for more joy, for more happiness, not to let fear dictate your life. Okay, that's going to be very, very important for those of you that pick the suit of one. The very next message that you get is outdoors. And yes, indeed, because grounding is going to be very, very important for you in releasing any blockages in your navel sacral. It could also be like, although the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, references money, shelter, food, but I am also feeling that there could be some blockages referring to finances as well that are affecting the navel sacral energy center. Okay. And the archangel Jophiel, who is the archangel of beauty, which is a most magnificent angel to come forward in Taurus season, because Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, are, is all about beauty, right? So Archangel Jophiel, beautiful and most powerful archangel, comes forward, asking you to go outside more regularly, to get fresh air, and to connect with nature, to relieve any stress that you may be feeling, that you may be holding on to, because that will also help unblock your navel sacral energy center. It'll help you gain new ideas. It will help you ignite that creative spark, because creativity, authenticity is also part of the navel sacral. Now, there could be some big ideas or big creative projects or transitions that are also something that you're thinking about, which is why the navel sacral energy center is coming through, which, I mean, it could be that it's not a blockage, but there's a way in which you want to start something creative, and you're looking for a way to do that. And so going outdoors, grounding, connecting with nature will ignite that creativity within you. All right, my darlings? The very next message that each of you get is successful funding. Successful funding. So if you have been worrying about your finances, know that you are not to worry anymore, because you may have been praying about it, thinking about it, and the divine says, I hear all prayers. I hear all of your prayers, and you're not to worry. You do have a spiritual team of guides, of angels that are around you that know exactly what you need. And if you feel like you're stuck in a loop, you're not. Everything is being divinely transitioned for you in divine timing, okay? And even if you are getting certain thoughts that as downloads, know that you are being guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Okay, my darlings? Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning your creative ideas into a reality. Okay? So, this is a time in which, and you need to be very positive and optimistic about this, but this is a time of funding coming into you through partnerships, through institutions, through banks, and other investments that are available to you. So do not worry about finances if that is something that has been bothering you. That could even be, creating that blockage in your navel sacral, okay? The next message that each of you get is the time has come to clear your energy in reference to a past relationship, okay? So you may have had a relationship in the past. It could have been a year ago. It could have been 5 years ago. It could have been 5 months ago. It could have been years ago. But you have held on to remnants of that relationship. And that has created a great deal of stress in your life, and not in one way. I'm hearing Spirit say in many ways. You could find yourself carrying these traits with you, that bad taste in your mouth with every new relationship that you are connected to because of something that's happened to you in the past. You're being asked to release whoever that person was out of your life from the past, okay? Because it is stopping you from progressing in your future. That also can do something to your sexual energy, okay? So if you find that your sexual energy is low, it's because of something that has transpired that has created a blockage in your navel sacral energy center, because this is all about our sexual energy, okay? So it's time to release that. And again, doing some grounding, connecting with the divine, all of that, praying, meditating, all of that can help, okay? And you may even find that the blockages in a particular past relationship or the bad scenario, whatever you went through, heartbreak or whatever it was, has also created blockages in your finances because everything is connected, right? All parts of us, our health, our finances, our relationships. If one thing is awry, you find that everything kind of goes sideways. Okay, so balance is very, very important, especially with the chakras. And so release whatever has transpired with an ex or with a past partnership in your life. Very, very important. The next message that each of you get is imperfections. Imperfections. Now, you first and foremost are being reminded that love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. Now, we're talking about love in general, but for you to also embrace your imperfections because nobody is perfect. Nobody. And you know, when somebody thinks the grass is greener on the other side, that's not always the case, right? So embrace those imperfections in yourself and in your partner if you have one, or someone that's close to you in a romantic way, because love is not linear. It's not a direct line, right? There's a lot that goes in to form a relationship of love. It's imperfectly perfect. Okay, so that's just a little reminder from Spirit. Please take that how it resonates for yourself or for someone you may be connected with. All right, my darlings. For the very last message, and this is the spirit animal, and I wanted to, actually read this verbatim from the book. And your spirit animal, my darlings, that picked the suit of one, is a most beautiful animal, an animal that I absolutely love. And it is the swan spirit. The swan spirit. What an amazing, amazing, beautiful creature. The number 66 or 0 or 60 may be very important to you. It could be a numerological number. You could be, a number 6 in numerology. But 6 is significant for you is what I'm getting. So with their grateful long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. When swan spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness. For there is knowledge you are not aware of, and great treasure to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So the swan spirit, my darlings, asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others, or between you and someone else, and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know that there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understanding. Choose to dive deep, my darlings, into your why, okay? Asking the deeper questions of yourself. You are led by the grace of swan spirit. That is deep. So, if you are in a situation where you're, when it comes to relationships or a particular relationship, even a relationship with yourself or something you're going through in your life, Spirit is asking that you go deeper, because everything around us is a reflection of what is within us. Okay? So pay attention. Well, my darlings, for those of you that picked the suit of one, those were your special messages, and I really hope that they resonated with you. Now, for those of you, my darlings, that picked the suit of 2, let's see what Spirit has for you. Yes. Okay. Wow. So for those of you, my darlings, that picked the suit of two, this is really a fun time for each of you that picked the suit of two. This is a time in which you will probably be connecting with family more, with friends more, with, getting out more. And if you're not, then this card is, really asking that you start doing that. There is going to be a need for you to get out of the monotony of your life, of the humdrum of the same routine each and every day. If you are in a partnership with somebody, there's a need to go have some fun, to get yourselves out of, the same old thing. And even for yourself, get out with friends, do something, because this really is a time in which you'll find there'll be more celebrations and maybe little day trips, vacationing. So take time to enjoy that with your friends, with your loved ones, with your partners. Rejoice in celebration is the message that you get. Now, for those of you that picked the suit of two, if you have been dealing with any health challenges that have been worrying you, I feel as if though, as arduous as it may be, as fear-based as it may be for you, know that I am feeling as if though Spirit is guiding you to, recovery of whatever that may be, whatever ailment, whatever disease, whatever ill health you may be going through. I feel strongly within myself that healing is taking place. The next message you get, my darlings, is patience. Patience, and indeed, patience in the celebrations that are coming to you, patience with relationships, patience with anything to do with your health. Just have patience at this time. This could also be a time in which you could be, having a little bit of struggle financially. And again, Spirit is saying, enjoy yourself. Be grateful for who and what you have around you. Be patient, because when we are thankful, when we are grateful, our vibration raises. And that is when we attract to us what we are vibrating at. Very, very important. Okay, my darlings. I'm also getting from Spirit that this is a very important time for you, those of you that picked the suit of two, but for all of us, to be very conscious with our spending habits. So, we may tend to spend more than we need to spend. So, Spirit is really cautioning us to be more conservative in our spending habits, okay? Pay attention to what we're spending. Pay attention to what's being charged on our statements. Often at times there's charges there that we don't even know, that we're not even aware of, or things that we could really do without, okay? So just be conscious of your spending habits. Very, very important. For those of you that pick the suit of two, you could be someone who falls very fast in love with another. It's this flighting feeling, the butterflies in the spirit. But don't lose yourself in the process, is what Spirit says. Take time to really get to know someone before just falling for someone very quickly. So if you are in a relationship, a new relationship, and you find you're falling for someone, there's a little bit of a discretion there to step back. There may be things that you're not seeing. So take your time. Don't lose yourself in the process of this. Let things unfold as they should. Sometimes relationships are here to teach us certain things, right? So just know that that's a message from Spirit. And if you have nobody in your life, you could be meeting somebody that you fall very fast for. And if that is the case, and someone new is coming into your life quite quickly, take your time with that relationship. All right? The very next message each of you get, which is kind of an oxymoron or contradictory, but it's worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for. So if you are in a relationship, is what I'm feeling from Spirit, and there may be some ups and downs and roundabouts in that relationship, Spirit is saying that it is worth waiting for. It's worth taking the time to nurture that relationship more, to spend time with each other, to get out, to enjoy yourselves, to rekindle, especially if it's a relationship that's been around for a long time, and there may need a rekindling or a respark to that relationship. Or, even if it is a new relationship, and you're single, take time to get to know that person by mingling, by having fun, by, surrounding yourselves with family and friends. And it'll all kind of come into better perspective as you get to know that person more. All right, my darlings. Now, for those of you that picked the suit of 2, your spirit animal for this week, my darlings, is, bear with me, it is the lizard spirit. The lizard spirit, beautiful spirit animal. Dream the world into being. Dream the world into being. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you're willing to slow down and let your eyes close just a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? What would happen? How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with spirit? Give in to the power of imagination, and soon, my darlings, your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was ephemeral will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. What an amazing, amazing message. Because as I had mentioned, if you watch suit number 1, the universe doesn't go by what we say. The universe goes by vibration, right? By our vibrational frequency. And when we are dreaming and we are there and we're happy in that moment, that our vibration raises. And Spirit is really asking you to be like the lizard spirit and to dream your world into being, into reality. What is it that you want your life to look like? Feel it as if it's already there. Like maybe think of one of your most favorite trips. What did that feel like? Be there. Close your eyes. Dream a little. If you've been working a little too hard, this is a message from Spirit to take some time for yourself, to have some more fun, enjoy with friends, with family. Have patience while you're at it, but dream a little, okay? Dream a little dream for me. All right, my darlings, that's for you who picked the suit of 2. Now for those of you, my darlings, that picked the suit of 3, let's see what you get. Wow. Okay. All right, my darlings. For those of you that picked the suit of 3, this is a time, my darlings, in which your passion is ignited, okay? And Spirit is asking you to allow that passion to be ignited because, like I just said with suit number 2, if you watched it, we have to dream a little, we have to feel in that moment, feel good, enjoy the pleasures of life, the fun, the rejoicing, because the more we do, the more we, enjoy ourselves and have fun and take care of ourselves or dream a little, our passion ignites. All right, my darling. So this is a time in which something within you is igniting. So go with that feeling, okay? This is also a time, my darlings, in which it may be very important for you to do some chakra cleansing because there are certain things that are blocking you. I don't know. I feel a little bit of blocked energy. And so please go see an energy healer or do some grounding, getting out in nature, some meditation, sit on the grass, put your feet in the dirt or on the grass, do some some grounding exercises and chakra clearing, because you'll find the more you do that, the more you will ignite that passion within you. Okay? Now, Spirit is also reminding you that passion is extremely, extremely important for you, and it is ignited. But you also need to do the work. And this card says, do the work. Okay? So it's not enough, my darlings, to just dream or to pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. So consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So some of you may love gardening too, by the way, is what I'm getting from Spirit, because I'm feeling that. And if you are someone who likes to garden or loves plants or anything like that, you know that that's something that doesn't happen overnight, right? It takes time, it takes love and watering and fertilizing, and that's what Spirit is asking, like to be a co-creator in your life, because dreaming alone, although your passion is ignited, it won't suffice. You will need to co-create with the universe. Okay, so when you put the two together, the passion and the work, sky's the limit for you. All right, my darlings? And there can't be one without the other. You can't just have the work, and not the passion. So ignite that passion, have fun, love yourself, take care of yourself, get yourself in that vibration, as well as work hard. All right, that's what I'm getting for those of you that picked the suit of 3. Very, very important to do some chakra cleansing at this time, and to see a good energy healer, if you have one, would be very, very beneficial for all of you that picked the suit of 3. The next message each of you get is wish upon a star, my darlings, because your passion is ignited, and combined with hard work, your hope and dreams are going to come to fruition. So do think about what it is that you are manifesting in your life, because your hope and your optimism about something are powerful magnet for you, and especially in any area of your life, but particularly your love life. Okay? So it's very important that you ignite that passion, and hope and be hopeful and optimistic about something that you want to have in your life. The very next message that each of you get is wedding. Wedding, powerful. So I'm getting a few scenarios with this card. You could be with somebody that you are married to, and there could be some things that need to be worked on in the relationship. I do feel as if though it is a twin flame relationship if you are married and you both came here to teach each other lessons, and so that your souls could evolve and grow. I'm also hearing that this isn't your first rodeo. You've been together before. Others of you, I feel as if though you could have lost someone that you were married to or very close to in partnership, and know that they are also with you from the spirit world, guiding you. And if you are single and you're wondering if this is the person for you, indeed it is, because that situation will involve some sort of commitment or marriage if you are single. All right? The very last card, for those of you that picked the suit of 3, it is one of my, I have a fear of this animal. I'll be very honest. And a lot of my friends say, oh, but they're so cute. But I don't know why. They're tiny, but I've always feared them since I was a young kid. And I'm just been working on myself to overcome that fear. And I had an experience not long ago where I saw 2 of them, and my heart just was like, oh, like they're so it is the mouse spirit. The mouse spirit, my darlings. And the mouse spirit is asking that you tend to the small things, okay? So let's see what it says. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and mouse spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the small voice inside of you that says, this doesn't feel right. All right? Take time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about you, about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you're too readily dismissed as nothing big or nothing special? Mouse Spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think. So look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. Wow. So this is quite a, this is a reminder to not be superficial, in anything we do. A lot of us tend to just do what we got to do and not go deep within. And what a beautiful message, because it is time to, tend to those small things, including how our loved ones around us are feeling. Why are they feeling that way? What is causing that? And also for ourselves, right? Very, very important. And even just the little things that we don't get to doing, right? Tend to those small little things that we just think is not a big deal. Okay, my darlings, well, there you have it. Those were your special messages for May 11th to May 17th. I hope that they resonated with you. I thank you so much for commenting, for sharing, for subscribing. It really does give me an exchange of energy to keep coming here and doing this every week. I love you all so much, and I thank you for coming and watching me every week. I wish you all a most magnificent week ahead. All my love. Namaste.